Imagine this. You just had the most successful cross-country season of your life, and you carried this momentum into a great build-up for indoor track. Everything is going well, until it isn't. Setbacks are a necessary evil in running, and in this video, I'll give insight into my training and mindset in the face of an Achilles injury. Welcome back to another Matthai Twins video.
Mama hit my phone and said rap's no good. Better than it telling me the check's no good.
Alright, do you guys want to hear something really shocking? I mean, this is really shocking. One of the Matthai twins is injured right now. I think saying injured is a little bit misleading. I started cross-training on Tuesday of this week. It's a Saturday right now. Just because my Achilles started to feel a little bit, something was a little bit off, and I've had a couple Achilles injuries in the past, so I know when it's starting to feel bad. So being a smart upperclassman, I decided to start cross-training. I've been doing a bunch of elliptical workouts that have been between an hour and a half to 2 hours, and today I'm going to switch things up and go onto the bike. When I'm cross-training, there's kind of a mix of me writing my own workouts and asking Peters for workouts. We've had this happen before of navigating injuries, so he trusts me to write my own workouts sometimes. But if I ever need inspiration, I won't hesitate to ask him. Do you have anything to say to the camera?
Hey, it's alumni meet day. You can't get any better than bringing back the old guys to tell stories that have been told 1,000 times over, but they're still awesome.
Like I said earlier, I'm going to be doing the bike today, just to switch things up with cross-training. My freshman year when I was injured, all I did was biking, and I got really good at it. I'm not as good as I used to be, so we'll see how it goes now. Something that helps me personally get through these workouts is listening to the music, but not just like any old playlist with a bunch of different songs. I like listening to albums, especially ones that have like a narrative to it or like just are structured really well, because I can just kind of follow along and take my mind off of the pain of cross training. So right now I'm listening to The Forever Story by J.I.D. Great album, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Here's what we're working with for the post-workout meal. We got bacon, we got eggs on avocado toast, and we also have a protein shake that has, it's just 3 ingredients: milk, protein powder, and frozen berries. Workout on the bike went well. I feel like I can't get my heart rate up as high as I want to on the bike as opposed to the elliptical, just because my legs seem to tire out a lot quicker. But if you couldn't tell by the video, I was working pretty hard, got a lot of sweat going, and I think that's just a good sign that I'm working hard. Being injured kind of presents a new opportunity for me every time. This is my 3rd time getting injured in college, 3 straight years. And it just gives me an opportunity to be there for my teammates in a way that I wouldn't be able to if I'm healthy. And what I mean by that is I get to demonstrate what I think hard work and dedication looks like every day when I'm on the elliptical or the bike. I get to show my teammates what it means to persevere through injury. And another way I feel like I can be there for my teammates is the positivity that I can pour out for them. Today's a great opportunity for me to do that since I'm not racing. I get to cheer on my teammates who are going to be racing the mile, 3K, 800. And I'm really looking forward to that, seeing them compete against each other and bring out the best in each other. It sucks that I'm not racing at Alumni today, but I gotta just remember and keep in mind the bigger goal, which is nationals, and making sure that I save myself for these big efforts that actually matter.
Oh,
told me never let this get a hold of me. You hate to see me hurt, you wanna hurt someone for me. Way too down to earth,
Wednesday, baby. We're debuting in the 800 meter. No longer a distance runner, solely focusing on 4 laps on the indoor track. And if I don't run under 155, I'm cut from the program. So we'll see what happens.
I tried to call your phone again, you said it wasn't on it. By the time you got my letter, I was long gone. Back on the road, gone with the wind blows, packing the shows, posting them nymphos, platinum and gold. You know how this shit go when family's gone. You don't know what you here for.
Well, I didn't go under 155, so that means I'm officially cut from the 800, but...
Thoughts of being our second fastest 800 runner?
Third, I guess, Kale. But, yeah, it's such a... my hot take is that the 800 is actually pretty easy. Hot take, you only got to focus for 2 minutes. 5K is a lot harder, but it was fun. Be hard by a second or so.
Said I shouldn't worry about the fame. You seem to be concerned with what you heard about the game. Cause soon as niggas get a little change, niggas change. And playing with the Lord's name, saying it in vain. You heard the song and said I did the same thing. You seeing something different in my eyes, and she emphasized. And I ain't get it at the time, I couldn't listen, had to call her back. Line packed, sold out tickets, I'm on the wrong track. Roll back, fuck it, I'm hitting it on the road. I'm a bulldoze the globe for the dough. She know she happy that we doing better than before. As long as I'm selling shows, you ain't selling for your soul. I felt like she was yelling like a zillion in the megaphone. Said I'ma hit you in the morning, keep your message on. I did my set then, sat alone for a second by myself, asked questions, choices.
Alright, it's Tuesday, January 21st, and right now I'm at the rec to do a morning cross training session. Yesterday I ran for the first time in about a week, doing 5 miles easy, and it went well, but there was a little bit of tightness, so I don't know if I'm going to race this week. But this week I'm returning to running at probably 50 to 60% volume of what I normally do, and I'm supplementing the rest with cross training, so that means going to the rec in the mornings to cross train. Something that people really don't talk about is how time-consuming cross training is. Like, you got morning sessions and you got PM sessions basically every day. But yeah, I'll be doing 60 minutes on the elliptical with a little workout that Peter's cooked up, and then a lift afterwards, plus my PT exercises. I'm gonna be honest, I should have lifted before this because I am completely soaked right now. For the safety and sake of the other people in the rec, I will not be lifting today. I'll just do my PT exercises and move my lift to tomorrow. Because I mean, I'm already doing so much today. I'm doing a run after this, like in the PM, followed up with a 35-minute bike ride, so I don't know. It doesn't seem like that bad of an option.
I wasn't right, I wasn't wrong. I'm blaming me, I'm blaming the Patron. Too much stress up in my head, don't blow it. She had the head and frame cut for it. Imagine me, just being me. It's all flex, too many calls and locations, it's all text. I took the keys to the Beamer and swing left. No security, she called me, I said less.
Alright, I gotta keep it real with y'all. On Tuesday night, I was gonna do a recap of that training day, and I completely forgot. And then I also forgot to do it last night. So it's currently Thursday night, and I'm gonna recap Tuesday, but I'm also gonna talk about the rest of this week and how that's been going for me. I've been writing out my training in this journal right here, just to keep track of things and keep some notes on it, and I'll just kind of be going over that right now. So on Tuesday, that was a pretty big training day for me. I had a 60-minute elliptical in the morning, did my PT exercises afterwards, and then in the PM I had 7-mile aerobic run, so I did 2 miles on the upper track and then a 5-mile progression on the treadmill, working from 6:40 pace down to 6 flat pace, and my Achilles felt really good for that, which was very exciting. Immediately after that, I had a 35-minute aerobic bike ride. So that put me at 95 minutes of cross training on the day and 7 miles of running. With these really big days of training, the number one thing I'm focusing on is fueling. I'm burning so many calories right now. It's kind of unbelievable. I have such a big appetite and I'm constantly having to hydrate, getting in snacks throughout the day, getting in my big meals. Because I think with cross training, people don't understand, or people might not realize if they've never done a bunch of cross training before, just how taxing it is on your body. And how many calories you're burning, especially with all the sweating that you're doing. I gotta be honest, this week I'm not really picky about the food, if it's healthy or unhealthy. I just want to get in the calories, so that's been a focus for me this week. Moving on to Wednesday, I had a lift in the morning, followed up with a 70-minute elliptical ride at the rec. And then in the afternoon, I did an 8-mile run. So I did 2 on the upper track as a warm-up, and then I did a 6-mile progression run, starting at an aerobic pace and working down to SSR. So you can kind of see what I've been doing this week. Started at recovery pace on Monday. On Tuesday, I did an aerobic pace run. Wednesday, transitioning into steady state running. And that leads me into Thursday, which is today. I did a 90-minute elliptical workout in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I did a 10-mile workout. And the workout today was a 8-mile progression run. So I started at 6:30 pace, then did 5:50, 5:30. And then the last 3 miles were lactic threshold pace. So I started at 5:10, did 5:08, 5:05, 5:02, 5 flat. This was a really exciting workout for me just because I wasn't quite sure how my legs would respond to that, especially because it's on a treadmill. And I got mixed feelings about the treadmill workouts. But today I enjoyed it because I was able to have a consistent progression and know that I was going to be hitting the paces my coaches want me to. It's good to know that my fitness hasn't gone away after just taking 6 days off. Obviously, it's hard to see that in the moment, but now I can, after years of being injured and coming back to training, I know that my fitness comes back quickly, and it's exciting to see that my running legs are back underneath me, because there's a difference between being aerobically fit and being running fit. You just need a little bit of time to get your legs underneath you from all that non-impact training. So I'm glad to see that my fitness has been maintained and I'm in a really good spot. I would like to say I'm as fit as I've ever been before. Last thing I want to talk about is I'm not going to be racing this weekend, which is a little bit disappointing, but I keep having to remind myself the bigger picture. And for me, the bigger picture is Nationals, which is in March. I know that I don't have to run a qualifying time this exact weekend to get to Nationals, and that's just something I have to keep reminding myself. I'm on my own timing right now, and my teammates will be able to run fast times this weekend, and I get to go and watch and support that. But for me, I gotta wait just a little bit longer. I'll be racing the 3K in 2 weeks at the Mark Guthrie invite, which is in La Crosse. And if guys don't run as fast as they want to this weekend, they'll be in that race as well, so I won't be completely alone, hopefully. So yeah, I don't think I have anything more to say about this week, and I'm not going to be doing any filming until the Pat Healy meet on Saturday. I'm excited to watch Aiden crush it, along with the rest of the boys, and hopefully we see some really fast times this weekend. What's up, guys?
What is up, vlog? What's up, Matthai Nation?
Matthai Nation. All right, I haven't done any filming yet today because I've been saving it for this race. We got the men's 3K. Basically, all the distance guys are doing it. A couple mid-D guys. We got 7 right there pacing in the orange. But yeah, this is a race that we've been training for a while, and I can't race it obviously, but I'm excited to see what everyone does. What are your predictions for it?
They're going sub 8 today.
Sub 8, all right. Easy, sub 8 easy, you heard it here first. I'm gonna let Claire film this race so I can just be out there and cheer them on. But let's see what they're gonna do.
I can hear the wind blow even through the window. I can hear the whisper even with my eyes closed.
Needless to say, sub 8 was not achieved in this race, but we did walk away from this meet with 3 national qualifying times in the 3K. As for me, I ran the 3K 2 weeks later and ran an 8:06, followed up with a 14:01 in the 5K at Midwest Elite, both of which were PRs. In a sport filled with opportunities for setbacks, the ability to adapt to your current situation is crucial. Keeping a positive mindset and prioritizing consistency in cross training allowed me to maintain fitness despite interruptions to my training. When this video comes out, Nationals will be a few short days away, and believe me when I say, it's going to be a fun one.
Trapped inside a